Hey, Carlos.
Hi,
Nice to
hi,
meet you.
Daniel. Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too. I'm a big fan of you. I know I've been seeing your work, and I've been seeing that combo, the duo combo with Chandu.
Oh
I
yeah,
know
last
great
week.
things.
Mm-mm.
Yes, yes, that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
awesome. The dynamic
It's so
arrays.
it's nice to meet you, like in person. Like not really, but we've talked
Yeah,
on over social media so often. It's nice to actually catch up. So you're
yeah.
in Lima in Peru.
Peru, yeah, you're more than welcome to come. Have you been to Latin America? I know you're a traveler, so
I sure am. I was actually supposed to be in Curacao next month.
okay.
Yeah, but I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, Curacao. Yeah,
Did I say that
yeah,
right? Curacao.
that's a yeah, you
I know
that
it's
yeah,
really
Curacao.
close to you. Yeah.
Really close to Venezuela. My half country and my
You're
other
from
half is
you're from
Peru.
Venezuela, aren't you? Or you're born in Venezuela, but you're from Peru.
Yeah, yeah. I'm born and raised in Venezuela, and both parents are Peruvian, so
Very cool,
half.
cool.
And Curacao is right there. Is I think it's only an hour by
Yeah.
boat. Um,
Uh-huh.
it's a beautiful place. Beautiful place. It's Dutch. It's a Dutch island,
Yeah, I
and
was
yeah.
in Aruba last year. We did
Okay.
a dashboard training course in Aruba, which
Ooh.
was fantastic. It was so beautiful, and we were going to do it again in Curacao
Oh,
this
okay.
year. But yeah, I'm hoping that we get to do it again sometime, or that we can have it actually scheduled because yeah, just with the travel restrictions, that's just not going to happen right now. Yeah.
Right. I know we have yeah, I know things are yeah, rough, but I think we're gonna come back. I mean, we have society, civilization has overcome so many other ones
Absolutely.
challenges.
Yeah, yeah. So
So I
you
think
are a Excel specialist and you do a lot
yeah,
of consulting work. What's your sort of specialization, would you say?
I would say reporting and I want to specialize from just making one page informative dashboards for
Mm,
yeah, for either sales or any other industry. Right now I do a lot of sales because there's so much data in sales or retail
mm,
that it keeps me busy. But I try to go one page and try to go as informative as possible.
mm.
And yeah, I study in Excel with pivot tables and
Uh-huh.
being creative and applying everything that I did
Yeah.
with everything that is possible in Excel except one, my Achilles tendon. I always say this, so people can know that you can be an Excel expert, but my Achilles tendon was BBA. I never learned BBA. I still lack of knowledge there. I need to
Have you got a
jump
book?
into
You
it,
must
but
have a book. You must have a book on VBA behind you. I bet you have.
I do. I
You
have
do.
two.
Yeah.
You do. I have two. I have John Welcomeback and I have Bill Jennings, and I still haven't read them. Those are two that I really have to like just
Well,
take all
that's
the
why.
dollar.
That's why you haven't learned it.
Yeah, but I haven't. I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what happened?
You have to
There's
get this one, and you have to
yes.
get this one to add to your collection. Yeah. So put that on your
I
list.
am. Those shoes are already on my Amazon shopping cart. They are. I'm not even kidding you. I have like 200 books that I really want to get them. I don't know if you get the same feeling, but with myself with books rather than the Kindle, the Amazon Kindle, I guess you get more intimate with switching the pages,
Oh,
highlighting, taking
totally.
notes.
Like
Yeah.
if it's so I've yeah, I read a lot like novels, like fiction, but I've never got I don't have a Kindle. I just haven't quite got the hang of it.
Yeah.
I just like having a book. I get physical books. I still do. And
Right,
with my
right.
training, when I run a training course, they get a copy of this. And when they buy an online course, they can get it as an ebook. But most people opt for the hard copy. It's funny. I thought that when the first edition of this came out like 8 years ago, and I thought, everybody's into ebooks. But it's surprising how many people choose to get the hard copy. It's quite quite interesting.
I know. Well, yeah, I hope they get more trendy because it's awesome to have that knowledge there. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's I know more. We live in a very digital world. Now I find really values in books. I will I'll share this. I started reading a lot when I started my job as an analyst working with Excel. I started reading more in technical books. I enjoy them a lot. A lot. I wish I could have learned reading these books when I was 16 or me either 19. I think I will be way off by now. I guess financially and also yeah. But now I'm great. I mean yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
although there's a very valid reason why I have postponed or procrastinate BBA learning, and it's because Power Query. Power Query is the is guilty. The thing is that I started checking out what Power Query does,
Mm.
and when I automated like 3 reports that I had, or the process,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of seconds, I was just like mind blown. I was like, what is this new stuff in Excel? I learned it when it was called Power Query. Now it's called Getting Transformed. And then when I learned parameters, that's it. I mean, I haven't looked back. I
Yeah.
haven't looked back. I'm like,
I
no,
gotta
no.
say, I don't use VBA a huge amount either. I never have, because I'm a
Okay.
financial modeler, and there's a couple of instances where you would use VBA in a financial model, but they're quite simple. And I often find that people go with, once they start getting into the whole VBA thing, they start writing the code, and it gets really, really complex. And that's just not great for a financial model. You really want to keep something as simple as possible, and having to actually get in and interpret the code. And as you say, with Power Query now, a lot of what we used to do in macros, you can now do with Power Query. So I think when people, if you wanted to learn something new, I think Power Query is better to spend your time on becoming a Power Query expert than becoming a VBA expert. Although it is good having a bit of VBA expertise, certainly,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
sort of, I mean, they haven't really invested that much, I suppose, in VBA over the recent years. So I suppose I feel like the future is more in sort of Power BI, Power Query, all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, very making some interfaces where people can get the same
Yeah.
result, but yeah, coding is also an art. So yeah,
Yes.
that's my Achilles
Yeah,
tendon. But
it is another skill set as well.
yeah,
It's a
it
little
is.
bit
It is,
different.
and another mindset too.
Yeah.
A way of thinking of solving the problem too.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
recently, I don't know if you what you probably know of is he was very famous. Robert was telling me he was big into his blog. Daniel Ferry from Excel Hero.
Yeah.
He has started blogging again, and
Oh, okay.
has yeah, that's good. I mean, starting sharing knowledge again.
Hey,
And
there's a lot of people doing more blogging. People have got a lot of time on on their hands. You said something
yeah,
interesting about the competition. So you and I are
yeah,
freelancers, yeah? I think we're going to get a bit more
yeah.
competition. Go.
Yeah, no, we are. Well, this whole thing about so many people getting unemployed,
Uh-huh.
necessity develops the resource.
Mm.
People are just gonna, I mean, whenever you're hungry, and if you're hungry for knowledge, the sky is the limit. I mean, yeah, and that's what happened to me actually. I started as an analyst, like
Yeah.
just the
Yeah.
necessity of getting those solutions straightened out
But
led me
having
to really just
yeah, you've obviously just got a really curious mind, and that you have a problem and you're trying to solve it, and then you just go to all the resources and try to figure it out. I mean, there's so much out there, so much information outlet. There's books, but there's also such fantastic blogs, and just getting a problem and then trying to solve it. I just really think it's the best way to learn.
Yeah. Uh, average the sources. That's also a quote that I learned there.
What was that?
You
Sorry.
want average your sources. Like you do one source, okay, then you evaluate the second one, the third one, and the fourth, and then you
Oh
make
yeah,
an average in order to
yeah,
develop criteria.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
And yeah, it also happens with Excel. Although even Excel, once you find the simplest solution, you go with that. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
You had a
So yeah.
sorry.
No. Sorry. What were you gonna say?
You had a couple of questions for me that you wanted to talk about. Do you want to cover that?
So yeah, Daniel. So I know you are like one of the reference in the world of financial models and financial modeling for businesses. And I wanted to know what's your opinion now that this whole pandemic of COVID has happened. Will now will I mean, is the future now saying, look, for any model that you develop, you need to do the worst of the worst case, which is a pandemic scenario? Is that what's going to be the demand for?
Well, I think you always should do a worst case scenario. We've always done that, but I think that we never quite expected it to be quite as worst case as what we've seen. I really think
Right.
perhaps not something that we ever anticipated. And if you build your model in such a way that you can change the inputs, change those drivers to such an extent that you can see, the worst that could possibly happen, and to build the model so that you can change the inputs and change the drivers, I think it's going to be really good going forward. I mean, now we know there's a pandemic scenario. Great, we can do that. That becomes like not really a scenario. It's an actual now. And I think we can't possibly imagine what the next scenario could be. But I think we've got to build the model in such a way that you can basically be ready for anything. That's the way that you should be modeling in the future.